channel. Today I wanted to do a video sharing my top 10 favorite products from the drugstore. I definitely believe it's great to invest in some higher end products, but I also believe that there are some really good products out at the drugstore. And the 10 that I have, I use, on almost a daily or weekly basis, and I just think they're awesome products. All 10 of these products that I'm going to mention, I think are awesome, really nice quality, and I just love all of these products, and I wanted to share with you what they are, because just because they are from the drugstore does not mean that they are not worth it, and they're just great quality. And I just wanted to share with you what my top 10 favorite beauty items from the drugstore are. So my first product is a foundation. It is the only foundation that I wear from the drugstore. I have never found anything that works this great from the drugstore, and I feel like it is going to be very hard to beat this foundation in my opinion. It is the Revlon ColorStay foundation, and I am in the shade 300 Golden Beige. I have the combo oily skin formula. I know that they have a dry skin formula as well. I'm a little bit combo. I'm not really oily, I'm not really dry, so this does work pretty good for me. The main reason I did get it is because it matches my skin tone perfectly. I saw it and I was like, I think this looks pretty close to me, and I brought it home and it matches me perfectly. I've never found a foundation from the drugstore that matches me as well as this one does. They do have a wide variety of color range, so hopefully you can find something that matches you as well if you are interested in this foundation. The reason I actually picked up this foundation was because for about a year I was dealing with really bad acne. I talked about my struggle with acne on my blog, and I will link that down below if you are interested in kind of my struggle through acne and what I did to clear it up and the products that I use and things like that. But I got this because Wayne Goss, if you follow him, he just has the best makeup tips and he knows exactly what he's talking about. And I saw that he had made a video on foundations for acne prone skin, and so I saw that I think this was the first foundation that he mentioned, and it was a drugstore foundation. And he was talking about how this is a really good foundation for acne prone skin because it's not going to cake up on your skin, it's not going to cling to your blemishes, and it's not going to look so thick and heavy. It's just going to look really natural but still give you a full coverage application, and that is exactly what I needed at the time. And so I went and I got it, and I will have to agree, it did all those things. It didn't cling to my blemishes, and it gave me a pretty medium to buildable full coverage. And my acne has cleared up quite a bit, but I still really love this because it is just a great foundation. It claims that it lasts for 24 hours. I don't say that I would agree with that, but I do think it is a really long-lasting foundation. It holds up for probably, I would say, a good 8 to 10 hours. And so if you are looking for something, even if you aren't acne prone or you have regular skin, you have dry, you have combo, you have oily, there's something in this collection for you. So I have two concealers from the drugstore. These are basically the only concealers that I use. I do have the MAC Pro Longwear concealer, but I rarely reach for my MAC Pro Longwear these days. I love these two concealers. They are the Maybelline Age Rewind and the NYX HD concealer. I did talk about this HD one from NYX in my March favorites. So this is more of a recent favorite from the drugstore, but I knew right away when I got it that it was going to earn kind of a permanent spot in my makeup routine. I really love the brightness that it brings to my under eye area. I use both of these to conceal and brighten my under eye area. I'm liking this one a little bit more right now because I feel like it brings a little more brightness to my under eye than the Age Rewind does. They are both really good concealers though. I don't notice any creasing or anything like that. They're long wearing. And I just think that, for a drugstore concealer, these two are really great products, and I highly recommend both of them. The next item that I love from the drugstore is this Maybelline Fit Me Stick Foundation. I use it to cream contour, so it is in a much darker shade than my skin tone. I don't know if that is showing up very well for you, but I use the shade Toffee Caramel, and I use this to contour my cheekbones, my forehead, and the bridge of my nose just before I go in with a bronzer to do a powder contour. I always love to do a cream contour before, and I think that this is a really natural way to kind of set a really great base for your powder contour. I just love how this looks, and it blends so easy. It's so creamy, and I just think for, you know, using a product from the drugstore to cream contour, this is so cheap, so affordable, and I highly recommend checking out these Maybelline Fit Me sticks, and just find a shade that is a little bit darker than your skin tone, and it will work great for cream contouring. The next item is something that is also a little bit newer in my makeup routine, and I also did mention it in my March beauty favorites. It is the Sonia Kashuk Glow Luminosity powder. Yeah, Chic Luminosity Glow powder. And I talked about this in my March favorites and how it was a dupe for the NARS translucent light reflecting powder. And so I just use this to set all of my makeup, and just like I used with my NARS powder, and it works exactly the same. It's a third of the price, and it is a great product. If you want to hear more about this product, I will link my March favorites down below, and you can check it out there. Next favorite item is the Milani Baked Blushes. I own 2 of them, and I own Luminoso and Rose d'Oro. I think that's how you say it. So these are really the only drugstore blushes that I'm liking right now. I am a blush junkie. I think blushes are so gorgeous, and right now these are the only ones that I think are really doing it for me from the drugstore. I know there are some great blushes out there, but right now, in my opinion, I just think the baked blushes from Milani are so pretty. So the bottom swatch is the Rose d'Oro, and the top swatch is Luminoso, and these just give you just this really pretty glow to your skin, and I definitely need to pick up more. This is on my list for things to pick up this summer when I'm back home in the States. But these big blushes are awesome. They are so pretty, and they last forever, and I highly recommend checking them out if you don't own any yet. And I especially recommend checking out Luminoso. This is a staple in every beauty guru's, beauty addicts collection. So if you don't have Luminoso, this is a good one to start off with. The next item I've talked about on my blog. I've mentioned it in my spring makeup tutorial. I mentioned it to my friends, so I know that I sound like a broken record if you've heard this before, but it is Pinktastic by e.l.f. It is a baked blush, but I use it as a highlighter. And I'm not going to talk about it because I've already mentioned it several times before, but it's just this really pinky, sheeny highlighter that I love to use, and it's only $3, and I just think it's a great product from the drugstore. So if you want to see kind of how it looks on my skin, I will also link my spring makeup tutorial below so you can see it. But definitely check this out. It is a great product. The next item is a gel liner. I love using gel eyeliner, and this is the only gel eyeliner that I use. It is the Maybelline Eye Studio liner, and it is in Blackest Black. I just think that this is a great liner. I love gel liner. It's what I'm most comfortable using. It just glides on so easily. It is super black, and it doesn't smudge or, you know, wear away. I have super watery eyes, so for this to work for me is a great find for me. It doesn't ever wear away. It doesn't ever run or smudge or anything like I said, and I just think this is a great eyeliner from the drugstore. And if I can use something that is super cheap from the drugstore, I don't find the need to find a higher end eyeliner. I'm super happy with this one, and I will probably continue to use it for quite a while. My next item that I want to talk about are the e.l.f. matte lip colors. I own 2 of them, and I don't really know why I don't have more in my collection. They are only $3, and they are so pretty. They are super creamy, super pigmented, and these are actually one of the very first e.l.f. products that I tried out. I was always hesitant in trying e.l.f. products out because they were so cheap, and I just figured, you know, if it was that cheap, you know, the quality can't be that great. But I was completely wrong. e.l.f. products are great, and I own several e.l.f. products now, and I want to get more. But these are the two matte lip colors that I own. The bottom one is called Nearly Nude, and the top one is called Natural. I think that these are super creamy. They are pretty long wearing. They aren't the longest wearing formula I've ever tried, but you know, for a $3 product, I think they wear fairly well. And they are pretty, you know, nude, natural colors. And I know that they have some reds and some berries and some more nudes that I'll probably pick up because, of course, I love nude lipsticks and lip glosses. You will know that if you followed me for a while. But these are just really great, and you know, they're super easy to apply because they are, you know, in the pencil form. So it's just a really good product to have in your collection, and you know, for $3 you can't really go wrong. My last item is the ever so famous NYX Butter Gloss. If you haven't checked out a NYX Butter Gloss, you need to. This probably out of all of them is the one you need to try out. These are the best lip glosses ever. They're only $4.99, and I mean, I have 3 right here. There's probably a few floating around in my purse somewhere, but these are just, they're so awesome. They look great by themselves. They look great on top of lip glosses, and they are just really awesome formula. They are creamy, they are long wearing. I prefer these lip glosses over any other lip gloss that I've ever tried. I honestly can't say enough good things about them. So I highly recommend checking out a NYX lip gloss to add to your collection. That is it. Those are my top 10 favorite items from the drugstore. I hope that if you weren't, you know, familiar with the items that I mentioned, that, you know, now you're a little bit more interested in them, and I gave you a few good ideas of what you could try out. I think they are all great products, and I'm so impressed with all of them, and I think they have earned a permanent spot in my collection. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.